is going on, guys? So today I had to go to a family party. It's the holidays. That's what you do. You got a lot of family time to put in this week. So I wasn't really gonna film a video today. I keep getting screwed over by the whole waiting for parts. The holidays really screwed me up, but whatever, it's my fault. So as I was leaving the family party, I realized that there is a Harbor Freight just a few miles away, and I haven't been in a long time, and I've been trying to find an excuse to go. So right now is the perfect excuse. So I actually heard from a few viewers that they sell a rock tumbler here, and I've been really dying to see how it works and if it's worth the buy. So let's find out. All right, so we have like a rotating tumbler or a vibrating tumbler. Which one do I pick? So I went with the vibrating one, so the rotating one. I heard it works a little bit faster, even though it's a little bit louder. I don't know, I was sold on the word faster. So the tumbler is a little bit more expensive than I was anticipating, but for the sake of science, it'll be worth it. I'm very curious to see how it works. So we have the vibrating tumbler right here, and we have the media that comes with. I don't know, there's like different levels of media you could buy, like, you know, the size, the density, and all that stuff, but this is what Harbor Freight sells, so I bought it. Garrett?
What's up?
What's up, buddy? Have you ever used one of these before?
I haven't, but I've seen a couple people use like the jewelry style ones.
Yeah,
for, like,
exactly.
Little stuff to like polish it, so I'm kind of eager to see what this does.
I know. So I heard it could take a really long time, but I'm kind of hoping we'll see some results in a few hours, so this video isn't just hanging over, but those are pretty big rocks.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
What's it smell like?
Nothing really.
It's like a rock.
Yeah, it smells like my greasy, dirty hands.
Boxing is the important part. Oh, this is nice. It's like already assembled and everything. So we're done. It smells like Harbor Freight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know what there is for instructions. I'm a guy, so of course I'm not gonna read them. I'm gonna assume we're gonna get some of our rock. I'm assuming that's what it's gonna sound like.
Just the most obnoxious thing you've ever heard.
Perfect. So as far as assembly goes, that's about it.
Now we just need bolts.
Harbor Freight, I am confusion. So we have ceramic polishing media on here. You see the picture of it.
Now I know we said we weren't going to read the instructions, but we're looking at the safety warnings. Why not? I mean, come on. All right.
Focus.
Do not use ceramic, wet, or water-based media in tumbler.
Ceramic. Oh, it's not focusing, but there we go. Keyword, ceramic media.
Literally.
Whatever. I guess we'll just have to find, yeah. We'll have to find out what happens. All right, so even though most of my bolts are now on the engine, I do have a bin of general Nissan bolts that I could always interchange if it actually does work. The ones I definitely want to do though are my valve cover bolts. All right, so we got the bolts right here. I guess we'll just pour it in. I feel like I'm making a stew, dude. And then I have my, all the washers for it too. I'm gonna put these in there. Hopefully I don't get destroyed. All right, let's do a little before. These ones aren't bad. These are more of just like oxidation, so I think these will clean up nice and easy. These ones are pretty crusty. All right, we gotta plug her in. Let me put the top on. Make sure it's nice and tight. That vibrates a lot faster than I was anticipating. All right, let's see if they're done yet. I want to see how it works with like aluminum though. I know this is a very, very coarse media, but we'll give it a shot. All right, so we've been doing nothing but hanging out for an hour, but it's been an hour, and we're all curious to see if the tumbler even did anything. Now, I kind of looked on the good old-fashioned Google, and it seems like you're supposed to run these for quite a long time, but I'm eager. Let's see if it even did anything. This thing is so loud, I had to bring it into their bay and put it in the bathroom.
Oh boy. Well, so far, just really dusty. Alright, this was a really rusty bolt. I don't know if that's a good example. The caps are looking pretty good. They're not shiny, but they're clean. That's a little bit cleaner. That actually cleaned up like pretty decent. I'm pretty impressed with that. Not bad for like a quick hour. I think the media is taking more of a hit than anything. Look how much it like disintegrated already. But the injector cap looks a lot better.
Oh yeah, if you hit that with some polish.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, now that it's like more in the light, I'm pretty impressed with that, DJ.
It was all like pitted before. And
Yeah. It's more of a flat surface in the bolt, so it's like really a lot easier, I think, for the media to take effect on this. 800 cigarettes.
Yes.
But
And that's aluminum, right?
yeah, and this is aluminum, so it's definitely taking a harder hit, but begin. All right, I'm actually gonna throw these in because I really like the way that came out. All right, 20 minutes later, and we're done. Get it, Garrett. ACS parking lot. Do me good, Tumblr. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go pick up some chicken tenders.
All right. Well, while RJ goes and eats some chicken tenders, I figured I might as well mock up my harness today. So I was gonna wait until I get the Valkyrie on because I don't want the wires draping over the cams and whatnot. But who cares? We'll get it done. So I kind of made this harness very long. I mean, I was kind of under the impression that the SR was gonna fit a little bit differently in the Z than it did. So I want to mock it up today and see basically how I can run it a little bit tighter because as of right now, I have like 3 feet extra of wire and I might be able to tuck a little bit more because of that. So that's actually good news. So, or just getting it outside, but let's try it out. All right, so right now I have it basically where it's gonna come out of the firewall like right here. And that's what I was assuming, but this is really, really long. So you're gonna see quickly that the harness is just, oh, that's so long. Steffi's laughing at us. Look at her, she's dying. You're choking.
It just keeps going.
Really cool. Alright. So this is the rough Mockington of this is gonna go over here. This is gonna go right here. And this is gonna stay over there. This big cluster of wires right here, it's all going just right here. So that means I have this whole, look at that. That whole thing. I don't even need it. Like this is the longest wire and it's going right here. This is good news though. This is really good news because I'm gonna stick the camera. Go ahead. Because now I could put this inside the engine bay and then these 2 wires right here, this wire and this wire, these actually just plug right into each other, or the igniter plugs into these. So this doesn't really need to be anywhere, so I could actually tuck this into the cabin now too. So it's actually gonna hide a lot of the wire, so that's good news. How's your chicken? Alright, well the wire harness is a lot sleeker than I anticipated. I was able to stuff like so much more into the firewall than I anticipated. I'm gonna have to figure out something about my MAF cable because it's gonna have to go right over the header and I don't like that. I might have to just like gold tape it and tuck it against the head. It might work, but worry about that later. But for now, all this stuff basically sits around the intake. I'm gonna try and run it underneath and then just run the injectors up through and go from there. But I guess we'll keep going at it. Thank you, RJ. Oh man. I was playing with the harness quite a bit and figured out the best way to run it, and it fits way, way, way better than I could have ever hoped for. Super clean, super tucked. Check it out. So the injector harnesses were just long enough to snake them underneath the intake. Super excited about this. I'm probably gonna put wire loom on these because you can actually see them, do a nice heat shrink. Everything else comes behind the head and then underneath the intake. Can't see any of it right here. And then I have my TPS plugged in right here with my coolant sensors right here also. These I'm gonna zip tie up so you can't see them. Only wire you see is the one that goes to the cam angle sensor. This kind of propped up nicely against the valve cover. Yeah, I don't think you'll notice too much. And I'm gonna do a nice wire loom on this too because you actually do see it. And then the MAF plug, I'm gonna hide basically against the block and you won't see this either. And I'll put a loom on this one too since it is exposed. This ended up fitting way better than I ever would have anticipated. That's literally all you're gonna see for wires. Now I just gotta make a grommet fit for that and mock it up nice and clean. I know you can't really get the full effect of the valve covers on, but this is literally all the wiring you're gonna see is just this, and that's fantastic, that's sick. Nothing down here, nothing over here. I think it's a cool accomplishment. It's crazy how clean this harness runs now compared to like how it was before. I don't know, just very happy. Let's check up on the little tumbler. It's been about like 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. I'm not expecting too much, but let's see. That's pretty good. That's a lot cleaner than it was before. There's still a little bit of pitting in it, but it's actually pretty smooth. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm really happy with that, actually. Let's see how the washers are. Oh, these cleaned up really nice. Look at that. Definitely a lot better than an hour ago. Definitely a lot better than like 2 hours ago when we first pulled them. So far, I'm actually pretty impressed. I'm gonna have to clean the crap out of these, get all this dust off of it, but yeah, look at that. That's so much better. It's no like shine, but definitely got rid of all the oxidation on the surface. Bolts are probably gonna be a little bit harder because of the shape of them, but definitely looks pretty clean to me. So far, so good. I'm actually pretty impressed. All right, I would love to leave that running overnight and then come back to see how well they showed up, but it's still a Harbor Freight product, and I'm kind of nervous about it running overnight unsupervised. God forbid the thing like shorts out, catches on fire, and then burns my life down. So we're gonna hold off. I think when I come here early in the morning, I'm gonna turn it on and then I'll go back to it probably like later in the day and we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. I mean, we had it running for a total of about 3 hours today, maybe 3.5 hours. And for just, you know, a quick Harbor Freight thing, it seems like it's cleaning up pretty nicely. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video to see like the real change. Hopefully it'll really clean them up. I know the media inside the bin is pretty coarse, so it's not gonna get it like shining, but I'm excited to see how it goes. Okay. Pretty happy for a day that I wasn't expecting to get anything done. So rock tumblr so far seems like a success. Wire harness runs so much nicer than what I ever anticipated. So today's a double win. Can't wait to finish up the harness with all the new nice wire looms, see it all together. I'm excited. Okay, I'll stop talking. You guys know how it is. I probably won't see you guys until the next year. So hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's. Remember, don't drink and drive, be responsible, call your friend, call an Uber. There's plenty of apps for that. Like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and I will see you later.